I got Sadie Dog right here next to me. I'm pretty much with my dogs 24/7.
Correct.
It's unreal.
Now, so she's kind of like, he can't unring the bell.
Sure.
Is there anything, because in the past, I think I can quote you as saying, fuck off, Linda. I think that's what you said about Linda. Is there any way that we can possibly get you to turn that around?
What's the point? What is she going to get from it? What am I going to get from it? What's the point? Let's just hate each other.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your honesty as always. You are transparent and bold, to say the least. So God love that.
Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it, man.
Stu, you are a legend. The LMNO podcast is still going strong after how many years now?
Yeah. Oh, God. I don't know. 12, 13. I don't know. Something like that.
How many episodes do you have under your belt, Stu?
I have about over 1,100 Patreon, and I have about 900 regular Elemental podcasts. But then I used to call it Studio 1534, and that was at least 300 maybe. So okay. I got way too many.
I have just gotten confirmation via the chat that Linda is
still mad?
Letting bygones be bygones.
All right.
She said, tell Stu I love him now. So I think she might start listening to you again. And by the way, she's single.
Oh, yeah?
Now, let me tell you, though, she's a wildcat. She will kick your fucking ass.
Yeah, I got no time for that. I'm old and beaten down, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're right. You're pretty ran through. She's got she's got the eye of the tiger.
Oh, good for her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because she's old as balls like me, but she's got like the mentality of like she's 27.
I found that middle-aged women, that's what happens. They were beaten down, and then they get divorced or whatever. And then they're like, fuck yeah. You know, and I'm like, oh, God.
She'll kill you.
Out.
She will beat your ass. There's no chance.
I can't handle that.
And you have to eat ass, too. So I don't know if that's your thing.
Oh, I got to eat ass while I'm back in.
All right, Stu, thank you so much for your brutal honesty and hilariousness.
You are always a favorite, man.
God bless, and have a nice day.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Go Bills. See ya.
He said, go Bills. Yesterday was an interesting day for your old pal EZ. We have this very, very sweet neighbor. I told you about one of the most horrible things that I've ever... by the way, there was a moment during that phone call where those of you on the live stream, you weren't able to see or hear what was happening. I'm not sure what happened there. And then all of a sudden it was back. Equally odd is all of a sudden there's now 69 viewers that are in this live stream. And that's never happened. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. That's very, very strange to me. Linda says hers says 38. So I think there's a glitch in the matrix. I don't think that that's accurate. I think something odd just happened. No big deal. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if there was more than 40, frankly. Linda says, I think it doubled us from the glitch, quite possibly. So a beloved neighbor is in a very vulnerable spot right now, as there was a person, her husband passed away in the neighborhood. And two very young boys. I've referenced this a couple times. And we're kind of doing all right, we got to, as a neighborhood, really wrap our arms around these folks. So that's happening. And we did the old pass the hat, and everybody's jumping on Meal Train. I love Meal Train. So these people aren't going to have to worry about any of that stuff that might slip through the cracks, like lawn care and food to make as they deal with this ridiculously debilitating, ultra sad scenario. And so it's crazy because there's so much love going out to this family that it's actually overlapping. The love is spilleth over because I said to this another young lady who's spearheading the neighborhood support team, and I said, hey, I'm going to go over there and mow the leaves and then bag them all up. And then I get there, and there's someone doing it. And so I go walking up to him and go, hey, buddy, what's up? I go, what's the story? He goes, yeah, I was hired. I go, okay, so this is your gig. He goes, yeah. I go, all right, well, that's cool too. So I took off. And he was much better at it than I was. All right? And so I called neighborhood quarterback lady. I said, yeah, there's nothing going on, or there's someone doing it. And she goes, oh, well, hey, that happens. I'll make a note of it. So we continue on. And then the idea was floated. And I had been thinking about this. So when I saw these two young boys, these are 9 and 11-year-olds. These are the same age as my grandkids. And I visited the funeral home and introduced myself and say, I'm part of the neighborhood contingent that's working together to try to, and we're keeping our distance, but we're still kind of involved, And there was a couple of neighborhood people there. There's a sweet lady named Kelly, who's a nurse. She was there. And so I was in and out in like 3 minutes. And the looks on these little boys, they're shattered, as you could imagine. So then neighborhood quarterback lady reaches out to me and she goes, so one of the things that was discussed was without a father figure around. What are these, there's certain things that, play catch in the yard, whatever, do this, do that. And neighborhood quarterback lady says, would you be like up for that? Kind of like a HOA big brother, big sister type of deal. And I go, well, way ahead of you. I was thinking the same thing. So but we have to the approach has to be right. You can't just go, here I am. So Diana and I have to talk with mom and start like a relationship, with mom and family and kind of ease into this slowly. You know what I mean? Because the last thing I want to do is do anything that kind of short circuits the normal process here. I don't know if there's a playbook for it, but I think that every single moment has to be meticulously thought about. By the way, Matt has some great jokes that I am not going to read. But there's great opportunity, like with introductions being made with those kids, too, because my grandkids are the same age as those boys. So I think that as this process appropriately works out, because family members that could have a father figure influence or man influence, if you will, are far away. They live in different states. Megan says Eric Zaitunian is up for the job. Oh, and this would be full Zaitunian. There would be no Zane whatsoever in this. I mean, as I'm talking to you right now, there is no Eric Zane whatsoever. Well, I would say it's probably about 90% Eric Zaitunian, 10% Zane, because I still have to present. Eric Zaitunian has no ability to present. He's very quiet and relaxed. Aram references Matt's asshole jokes. Matt is on fire. That's true. those are all jokes that I would say if this wasn't so remarkably sad. But we are going to approach this, and I just feel bad for that sweet family. Our beloved Justin, all right, was 7 years old, my son-in-law, when he lost his dad. So about the same age as these sweet boys. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but that did happen. And we talk about that from time to time. I try to be as fatherly as I can to Justin. I love him so much. You know, he's really been so fantastic for our family. He has never to this day, as I talked about, referred to me as any specific thing. I have not been Dad, Eric, Mr. Z. It's always him. He has never called me anything other than that. And that's so fucking funny. Matt says, we pay for Zane, leave Zaytunian for the dirt people at Q100. Several different identities on your old pal EZ. Mr. Pop Pop is the guy in the neighborhood who allows the kids to use the pool. And that has led to an onslaught of inappropriate material and jokes by you idiots on this show. Now, again, this is not my doing. Pooh Bear reached out to the neighbor kids and said, hey, it's a free-for-all. We don't even use this stupid pool. You can use it. Oh, sorry. Hang on a second. I got to take care of something. I got to put out a fire. Be right back. Easy putting out fires. Apparently, somebody wanted 4 tickets to the Grand Rapids Gold for Sunday. They banged on my door. I said, absolutely. I got your back. The Gins, my tax guy, Tag Accounting. He goes, my buddy needs 4. Can you help me? Yeah. I sent it along. They sent him 4, but not for Sunday. They sent him 4 for today. God damn it. All right. Nick writes, give us the details. Those are the details. It's nothing exciting. But I did want to take care of it. You got to nip that shit right in the butt. I said shid. Megan said, you said we pay for Zane, not Eric Zaytunian. I'm just saying, as far as that goes, this is the free podcast. I hear you, miss. I hear you. All good. But anyway, I am pretty intrigued about this whole dynamic that is happening. It goes without saying, it's a fantastic point that was made by Becky when she says, It gives me hope when I see neighbors surrounding and helping each other like this. Yeah, and some of them support Trump. Tophus says, can we please make fun of more appropriate things? Hey, I'm not stopping you. Okay? You are never, ever encouraged to not make jokes. Aram wants to know how many houses away is this family. I'm not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Fuss is here, and this is perfect. Why is this perfect? Because he's been saying to me for the longest time, EZ, I keep missing my ad. Okay? For My Policy Shop Insurance. And this is perfect. The last time I talked to Frank, it went like this. Hey, Frank, how are you? Yeah, I'm not getting any referrals. Are you even talking about it? Yes, I talk about it every day. Yeah, okay, well, you know I'm supposed to bust your balls. I'm about to get rich in crypto. I guess Frank bought like a bunch of crypto, and the shit's like coming out of his ears now. He's like totally rich. And he says to me, you know, you're on my list of 100. I go, what is that, Frank? You're my 100 people that I need when I get really rich. Like there's some certain things I'm not too comfortable in working in, and it would be you doing it for me. I go, okay, whatever. If you want me to help you, I can help you. I don't give a shit. And then he always says it like this. You know, I miss the ads because I don't listen to your show. And he always says it like that, dripping with like this tough talk. I'm like, okay. Look at, he writes XRP to the moon. Now, not everybody can see his comments right now. It's only on YouTube. I thought I had kicked off the YouTube audience today, but I didn't. So he's watching on YouTube. You can't see what he's saying. I'll just read to you what he says. Kenny says, why the hell is he on YouTube? That's because he's old. That's why. He doesn't even know what Twitch is. He woke up today. He lifted weights for like 4 hours. And then now here he is doing his thing. Chris writes, thanks for sponsoring me. Quote, well, I'm going to kick you off. Thanks for listening. No, I'm going to keep him right there because I want him to hear me talk about My Policy Shop Insurance. This is very important that you reach out to him so that he'll shut the fuck up about no one calling him. He's been here for years. All right? Chris writes, Frank's helped me a lot when I was 1099. Frank says, what the hell is Twitch? It's another place to watch me. Just go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Typically, this part of the show is not on YouTube because I want people to go on Twitch. Like Joe Martinez right there. He loves Twitch. This is what I want you to do, audience members. No matter where you are. When you need help with healthcare.gov, which open enrollment just started for healthcare.gov, Medicare, Social Security planning, life insurance, you call Frank. To get a hold of him, you go to this site, buyinsurancehere.com. Fill out the form. That's going to get you on his radar. Then you talk to Frank and you talk about whatever it is you want to talk about, any of those things. And if you're not ready for Medicare or Social Security, you're not getting ready for retirement, there's going to be somebody in your life who is. Keep Frank in mind, despite him being a pain in my ass. Frank asks, is Twitch an app? Yes. Download the Twitch app, Frank, you fossil, and then search Eric Zane Live, all one word, and you can get my show live from 10 a.m. to noon, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Friday. That's how you do this. All these wonderful people are over here insulting you because you're so behind the times. In fact, Frank, if you have Amazon, you can get a free subscription to my show. You're like, well, wait a minute, isn't it free? Yeah, but there's still ads that play. And if you want to get rid of the ads, you just link up your Amazon Prime account. Now, I think that's like asking you to turn water into gasoline because you're so, not up on things. Nevertheless, you are a wonderful sponsor, and I appreciate you very much. Now there, you got one of your ads. How does that feel? By the way, it's very important that you get a life insurance policy from Frank. Frank is a licensed independent insurance agent / broker. He shops many, many companies to get you the best policy for any of the things that we've talked about. He's an absolute legend. The best part of Frank is all it takes is just a conversation, and he's a damn wizard in this world. He is the best. I have many audience members that can attest to that. I just wish more would call so he'd shut up. Damn it. All right. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Legendary. Get your car repaired by them. They can take care of any car problem that you have, or EV or hybrid. The best in the business. Call them at 616-532-6600 for Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Love them so much. Their website, ERVines. That's how they spell Irvines. ERVines.com. A&E Heating and Cooling, the immortal Joe Martinez, probably my biggest supporter of the Twitch platform. 616-516-8579. You can take advantage of a free furnace tune-up and a diagnostic test for free. He is the only HVAC company in West Michigan to team up with DTE to offer this. So you call 616-516-8579, schedule Joe or any of the crew to come there, and it costs you nothing. The only catch, you can't have taken advantage of this in the last 2 years. Thank you, A&E Heating and Cooling. By the way, I want you to think of the asshole of the day because I will be awarding that in mere moments. Finally, TC Paintball. Your haven for fun paintball action in the great state of Michigan. People travel from many, many miles away to go to TC Paintball. Online at tcpaintballgr.com. Book an event today. That might be something I can do for my new buddies down the street. Take the little guys to the kids' league. That would be fantastic if Mr. Pop Pop gathered up all the neighborhood kids and played paintball. They have a fully stocked pro shop you can check out there at TC Paintball, online at tcpaintballgr.com. Joe Martinez says upset weekend. He thinks Michigan is going to upset Indiana. What a crazy world we live in where Indiana is a fucking buzzsaw. Bob says, I'm not even going to read Bob's comment. That's a good joke, though. Lots of great comments in the chat today. You guys were fantastic. Piano Finger Banger says, everybody get your furnace fixed before Joe gets deported. Okay. While funny, absolutely not true. Joe was born in the United States, in Texas. I think Corpus Christi, right? Isn't that where you're from? Joe's so not Mexican that the Mexicans make fun of his accent. Imagine a Michigan accent with Mexican. Tophus says there were people born in the United States who were deported because of how they look the last time. That's unfortunate. Okay, I actually feel like I'm outmatched in regards to comedy compared to the chat today. You guys have absolutely destroyed the chat in a good way. Thank you to Linda for finally writing a comment to give me the asshole of the day because, again, I never remember what the hell I've talked about on this catastrophe. Today's asshole of the day is none other than alt country star Zach Bryan, who until today I'd never heard of. Joe Martinez writes, going to be fun watching all you white people pick your fruit and vegetables. You see, I don't know if that's necessarily true. There are a lot of Mexicans that pick fruit and vegetables, but not all of them are undocumented. Like, I have a friend who's an apple farmer, and all of his employees are documented. They have visas to do that. So that's not exactly true. Okay? Look, we are 2 days into the president-elect. You've got 2 days short of 4 years of giving this guy a chance. You have no choice. The American people have spoken. This is your president. You can sit there and bitch all you fucking want, but there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it, so you might as well sit back and enjoy it. All right, that's the way it goes. You take the losses with the wins. That's it. The only thing different is when Democrats lose, they don't bitch like Republicans. There's no question the Democrats and supporters of Democrats handled this quite a bit better. I have heard 2 people say what Joe Martinez is saying, that it was voter fraud. And they've only been listeners of this show who I've heard say it. Joe Martinez said it, and a guy by the name of, I forgot, somebody on Facebook also suggested it. And just like a baseless statement. All right? All the people who lost said, yeah, we got beat. And have not claimed that at all. So I don't want to hear any of your horseshit conspiracy theories. They made my dick itch 4 years ago, and all the time since then. Just as bad here. Shut the fuck up. There was no election fraud. She just got smoked. Live with it. Fuck you. That is my time. As always, I've been perfect this week. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you on Patreon a little bit later on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye.